Hello, it's televised, the TV movie story. That's the podcast.
Peace and
I'm
love.
I'm your host, Nodrog, your
Uh,
Azile,
Azile, yeah.
Azile,
Azile.
and we're here to talk about Ringo from 1978.
That's the intro.
That's
Where do
the
we go from
podcast. That's the
here?
intro. Oh, I took so many notes.
Most
I
what,
I have a lot to say about Ringo 1978.
which is
Hey,
shocking for a 48-minute movie that is 15 minutes of concert footage at the end and many just music sequences in the middle.
yeah, I don't know how this isn't this movie rules. This movie's bad. This movie fucking rocks. I had so much fun with this.
I'll say this is not the most notes I've taken, but it's certainly the most quotes I've written down.
Yeah, it's this what what
What is this? Why
this is
is this existing? Like, I know it's like the big trend of like the 1970s variety specials or whatever. Like, this literally came out the same year as the Star Wars Holiday Special and also features Carrie Fisher and Art Carney. But
I would hesitate to call this a variety special. This is just a movie.
it
Like
it's the same breed, though.
kind of, but
It's the
like
star-studded musical spectacular. It's
well,
it
you see,
it's
when I think variety special, I think like segments, and you have your host like there are direct address moments where they're like on a stage in between, like like there's not variety in this. There's musical. This is just like a
true.
musical. This is just a regular musical that has 10 minutes of concert footage at the end. This is effectively a 30-minute thing, but
Yeah, definitely.
so much happens, so much to talk about. Really, really interesting thing. Go watch this. If you like, if you're listening to this and you didn't watch it ahead of time, pause it, go find one of the various YouTube uploads. Watch it, one, to experience it on your own, and two, because what we say is not going to make any fucking sense if you don't watch it ahead of time.
Exactly. And also, I want to say this makes a surprisingly fun double feature with Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah, yeah. There's for a number of reasons. There's
Like,
yeah,
get 2 whole hours of Beatles mania, and it's fucking amazing. Just a
not
fuck.
even 2 hours. It's like it
Oh
would be
yeah,
like
it'd be
an
like an
hour
hour
and
and
a
a
half.
half, really.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of bang for your buck. A lot of Ringo. More George in this than in Magical Mystery Tour.
True.
We'll talk about it. But let me do the rundown.
Please do.
This is Ringo from 1978, directed by Jeff Margolis, written by Neil Israel and Pat Proft, who were behind like Real Genius, and I think one of them was a Police Squad or Naked Gun or something, and a lot of 80s comedy under their belts, the both of them. Stars Ringo Starr, Ognir Rrats, Art Carney, Angie Dickinson, Mike Douglas, Carrie Fisher, Vincent Price, John Ritter, and George Harrison. Broadcast April 26th, 1978 on NBC. It was, what did Wikipedia say? Finished 53rd of 65 network primetime programs for the week. So people
Not
did
popular.
not, no, people did not watch this. People did not go out and buy the album that it was sort of meant to promote. Bad Boy. Um, we'll talk about it. This comes at an interesting point in Ringo's career. Other things that were broadcast alongside this broadcast on ABC, there was a repeat episode of Charlie's Angels, which was about like a murder in a tennis tournament. And there was a CBS TV movie called Siege, which is not on a list, but it's about a bunch of residents of an old folks home who are terrorized by a local gang that keeps like robbing them and beating them up. And interestingly, it's a point of concurrence between the two 12 Angry Men movies because it stars Martin Balsam as one of the old men, and Dorian Harewood is like the lead gang member
Oh,
from
fun.
the one that we did a few weeks ago.
I'm
So
adding it to our
that
list.
yeah, it seems interesting. Some of the Letterboxd reviews seemed generally positive
Yeah.
of it, so it could be something. But yeah, that is the movie. Like I said, it was sort of intended to be a the album Bad Boy, which was sort of in according to this excuse me, AV Club article that's linked from the Wikipedia page. Ringo had been his previous two albums had not done well the previous 2 years. Bad Boy is sort of a return to the Beatles sound. It came out 5 days before this movie was broadcast. The I think the album made it was like it peaked at like 150 on the Billboard charts, so
Hmm.
really did not do well. And neither did the movie, but maybe it should have because it rules.
At
It's bad.
least it exists and we can enjoy it now,
Oh yeah, and like I this movie, if we were to ever do like a tier list ranking of the movies we've covered,
which we will.
there yes, there would have to be like a separate tier for like unrankable with like this and Queer Duck. Like neither of them are good, but also not like no, I don't know. I love this movie.
I mean, I can rank anything, and I have put it at a spot in my ranking of all the movies we've done, which I will not spoil. But
I will eventually like I haven't gone through and done that. I will be putting it somewhere, but like really this is an unrankable movie. This is
mhm.
its own thing. This is Ringo. This is 1978's Ringo. Um Before we get started on the movie though, which version did you watch on YouTube or
What does this mean?
somewhere else? Did the version you watch have any we'll say extra things added by the uploader?
No.
Okay. So the first version I found, and I ended up having to do some like syncing up where I had two versions and two different screens, because the other one that I found had better video and audio quality, but I didn't want to pass up on a version from some Beatles fan that had a little like text to speech voice intro and also a bunch of like MTV style info pop-ups throughout the movie. I was just like, here's some fun facts. I didn't write down all of them because there's a lot, but let me just run down my favorite ones that I did write
I'm
down.
so excited. Oh my gosh.
So the first one comes before the movie has even started, where you have the little like this movie was presented by some brands, and one of them is something called Craig. And the pop up there is the CEO of the Craig Corporation was found guilty of fraud in 2003.
Awesome.
The first point of trivia about the movie Ringo. Not all of these are fun. One of them is that like the first line of the movie, the thing that George says, I think it was the trousers, was from the Ruddles movie All You Need Is Cash that George produced in 1977. So we have a Ruddle. We have so far 2 for 2 on Ruddles connections for the movies we've covered so far this month. It's all leading up to it. It's all
What
leading to the
was
Ruddles.
what was the Rebels connection last time?
Neil Innes is
Yes,
in
that's right.
the Bonzo Dog Doodah band.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
Yes. George had threatened to sue Ringo the year before because he didn't like the way Ringo recorded It's Still Love, a song he had written for Ringo off Road Oak Revere.
Oh,
Uh, here's just a here's just a fact. The president was Jimmy Carter in 1978. He lived until 2024 and age 100.
I'm so that's how recent this upload was.
Yeah, it's from this year.
Oh
It's
my
from like a
God.
few months ago. Here's one. Yellow submarine was also slang for the barbiturate drug Nembutal and for a big fat marijuana joint in the 60s.
Big fat marijuana joint.
I just love that phrasing. Okay, here's my favorite one because out of context, it's not trivia, but it comes in two pop-ups, and the first one on its own just says in 1978, the 50s had been 20 years earlier. And then the follow-up is that would be like referencing 2005 today. But like on its own, just that as a trivia point. I love that.
Wait, when did that pop up? Like, I don't even remember when they referenced the 50s. Like, is it
It's when
the Carrie Fisher
Ringo
song?
it's when Ringo as Ognir is going to talk to the greasers about their car. And I think
Oh,
one of them references the movie Grease.
okay.
And so it's talking about how Greece is set in the 50s and so on. Like that's where that's spinning out from. Or maybe there was a pop-up about Greece. Like also the same year the movie Greece came out so I think that's what that's from, but whatever.
Okay.
Uh During the Vincent Price scene, a 1 hour psychiatrist visit is now about $850 an hour.
Fun.
Uh which is fun. Also, I love that it specifies how much per hour a 1 hour psychiatrist visit is. That's very good. And then this is about with a little help from my friends. It pops up. John and Paul specifically wrote it for Ringo for his limited vocal range, which is just very catty.
That's a
Uh,
well-known fact.
yeah, I just like that that's thrown in there of like, oh, Ringo sucks at singing, and they knew it, and that's what you're getting during the song about getting help from his friends. The help he got from his friends was writing a song that even he could sing. And there's a lot more. There like the for the second half it kind of dwindles because the is run out of a lot of interesting things to say, but there's some real gems in there. And I couldn't ditch that upload even though the audio video was pretty bad. So I did have to pull them up at the same time and just do some fast pausing when I needed to pause.
I understand that. That's a very important thing for you to get, and I'm very glad that you did. That has brought me much joy.
The CEO of the Craig Corporation was found guilty of fraud in 2003. Very important trivia.
Very beautiful.
Speaking of ver-
First big trivia fact.
Speaking about very important trivia, there's a great one on the IMDb trivia page. So there's only 3 notes of trivia, but one of them says Ringo Starr, dot, 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 Ringo Starr, Angie Dickinson, dot, 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 Sergeant Suzanne Pepper Anderson. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is the 8th studio album by the English rock band The Beatles, released on 26 May 1967. Ringo Starr, drums, congas, tambourine, maracas, hand claps, lead vocals on With a Little Help from My Friends. I like that it's like pulling together some conspiracy thing of like Ringo is the same guy as Ringo from the Beatles, and there's a character in this named after a Beatles album. And on that album, Ringo Starr performed. I also like that it specifies that he also provided hand claps for whatever song on that album would have required hand claps. Uh,
I mean, I imagine like that's just like his credits on the different songs or whatever.
Yeah, but like, why are you specifying hand claps? Like, that's nothing. That's
But
like,
it's percussion.
I guess, but get real. Um,
Though you're just off topic, when you mentioned like how like with a little help from my friends was written because Ringo doesn't sing very good, it reminded me of this one Letterboxd review on that's like it's a 1.5 star review. It's one of the most popular ones on the page, and it's just so mean. It's like this person clearly doesn't like Ringo Starr and yet watch this special all about Ringo Starr. And there's a line, it's like literally, why did Ringo Starr sing so much? He's a horrible drummer and somehow he manages to be an even worse singer as well as an actor. I am on the brink. It's just like, why are you here?
yeah, why watch this? Like, I do want to amend my note from last week where I said that Ringo was a very good actor. I think he's fun here, but it's not a particularly great performance. I think it really highlights his shortcomings as an actor and
He,
his shortness as a guy. Very tiny.
he's a he's very much the best actor of the Beatles who are all
That
not very good actors.
Yes, that's the thing. You know what this movie highlights? George Harrison, very much not a good actor. As the we'll start off there. We can start off with
Yep.
George Harrison as the framing device, kind of this movie, where he's giving a press conference about Ringo, and what Ringo was up to recently in the lead up to his concert tomorrow. And he's like, "Oh, I got a call from him yesterday. He called me collect, so I knew it was him. He couldn't talk. He was being chased by the police. Anyway, let's talk about Ringo. Uh, and his hair is terrible. He's got this really distracting perm.
Hmm.
I had a hard time following any of that. But then the camera pans over to a like poster of two babies so that George can talk about how there were two babies born at the same time
I,
to
I
different parents.
I
That
love that that's prepared already.
yes, I one of my notes is, oh well, that explains the poster you've had of two babies next to you this entire press conference. Thanks for finally addressing that. Just like it's not brought out. It's just been there the whole time. He's been talking about whatever. And then like, oh, well, that's what the babies are. It's baby Ringo and baby Ognir,
Oh, of
which
course.
yeah. So the premise of this movie, it's a Prince and the Pauper thing,
Mhm.
is what it is. It's Ringo Starr and Ognir Rrats, which is Ringo Starr spelled backwards. And Ringo Starr is Ringo Starr, and Ognir Rrats is just like a shitty guy who sells like maps to the stars houses. And they do a Prince and the Pauper, and it doesn't go well, as happens in most Prince and the Pauper type stories.
I will say, maybe my favorite joke in the entire movie is when Ognir is selling his maps to stars homes. He turns around at one point and the back of his sign says maps to regular people's homes.
Oh, I totally missed that. That's good. That's really there's this movie. I mean, like I said, the writers of this movie wrote like let me go to each of their pages because they had written like Police Academy, Real Genius. This guy not so much, but the other one, Pat Proft, wrote all. He was a writer on all three Naked Gun movies. He wrote Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part Two. Some of the scary movies, a lot of parody movies, but like there is some good comedy in this movie. There's a few good jokes in that first scene with Ognir. I like when the nuns come up and they ask for maps to uh, the houses of Jill St. John, Susan St. James, or Peter, Paul, and Mary. And then they drive away and back up and go, "How about Joey Bishop?" It's it's a good little gag of nuns that want celebrities with religious names. Uh, but then maybe my favorite joke of the movie, which is very stupid, is when the van full of guys with the bad blonde wigs come up and are like razzing Ogner, and then they drive away and call him a nerd, and he goes, "I'm not a nerd. They shouldn't call me a nerd." And then some kid on a bike bikes by and goes, "Hi, nerd," and he goes, "Hi." And then gets mad that he responded to being called nerd. Just some random kid just bikes by, calls him a nerd, and it's there's no setup to it. It's just there. It's just there in this movie. It made me giggle. It's very funny.
There's just too many good gags and there's too many
Yeah,
good lines.
this is unfortunately at times a pretty funny movie.
And like after that, we get the scene with Ringo Starr and his agent, who's played by John Ritter, and they have this whole debate about the concert. It's like I don't remember what like the setup to this line was. It's like what happened to tomorrow? It's today and today's tomorrow, and then
Yeah,
whatever.
it's he's talking about the talk shows he's going on. It's like you're going on tonight, tomorrow, tomorrow, tonight, and today, and tomorrow. And then Ringo asks, "Are we doing yesterday on today?" And he goes, "No, today's tomorrow. Tomorrow's tonight." And anyway, that's not your song.
And what happened to yesterday? And it's not your
Yeah,
song. And then right after that, he goes outside and he says, "Look at all those lonely people. Where do they all come from?" That's not my song either.
yeah. That's a good little running gag of "That's not my song." Just quoting the better other Beatles songs. Very fun. There's some good fourth wall breaks. I like when he's trying to talk Ogner into doing Prince and the Pauper with him, and he
Yes.
says, "We're all sailors in the same ship, traveling on life's rugged seas. We all live in a yellow submarine." And then he turns to camera. There must be an easier way to get this. There must be an easier way than this to get into a number, which then is the lead in to the wildest musical number,
Yes.
Yellow Submarine orchestral, and then eventually they do the chorus as some like African plains, like Pangea, we all come from Africa interpretive dance type thing, I guess.
I just don't understand like why that's the way you did Yellow Submarine. Like it's it makes no sense, but I loved it. Like
Yeah,
it's like I love the dance, but it's
I mean it's
weird.
bad. It's bad, but like it fucking rules.
God, and it's just like you have Ringo and Ognir just standing in the scene watching it happen.
Yes, which there were a few, like, I mean, almost all the times they interact, it's very clearly here's a body double over the shoulder. But there's a few very wide shots of the two of them side by side where you're like, oh, well, that one's Ringo and that one's not. Which is very funny anytime they try to pull that of like, see, they're the same guy. When
Honestly, I did not even notice like things like that. Like I just accepted that Ringo and Ognir were just two different people.
yeah, I mean
It's like I didn't think about it.
that's why when I was saying the cast, I listed Ognir Rrats as a cast member of this movie because he's a different guy. Is straight up just a different guy. Like it's not even Ringo. It's just a new guy called Ognir Rrats. Uh,
And then they do
uh,
the thing, and then Ringo as Ognir immediately steals a car.
he buys the car, or not.
He
He doesn't buy the car,
he
but he gives the guy money to be like, "Hey, can I borrow your car?" And then Art Carney is like, "Well, that's not your car. You clearly must have stolen it. I'm gonna call the cops on you, my son, who I hate."
you you skipped right over the Carrie Fisher
Well, yeah,
scene.
I know. I'm not skipping over it. I'm just saying he didn't steal the car.
Oh,
Art
okay,
Carney
okay.
just assumes he stole the car because that's not his son's car.
Yeah. And
But he did very much give the guy money, and the guy was like, "Yeah, sure, you can use my car tonight."
and then
Like,
the cops start chasing after him because he stole a car, even though but it's just like I wonder what like did the guy call the cops when the car wasn't
no,
even really
Art Carney called the cops.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They make the joke about that where he's like sticking his head out the window of like, "How could my son have done this? My only son." And then Angie Dickinson is like, "Come by the station later to collect your reward." And he's like, "Okay, sure." So like he turned in his son for stealing a car and
Okay.
then got mad at it, like got up. I don't know. It's a stupid gag. Art Carney is on one in this.
I love that he was Ognir's abusive father.
His terrible father, who narrator George Harrison says the only qualities that his father shared with a human being were his abilities to talk and drink from a cup. I don't know what, like, if it was talk and drink, like, okay, we're saying this guy's a drunkard, but drink from a cup is so specific. I don't know what you're talking about there.
I mean, it must mean he can't drink from a bottle. He has to pour it out into a cup.
I guess we've skipped over a lot of notes I have actually. There's some we're not really going in order in particular, but like I mean,
We need to talk about the 16 you're 16 you're beautiful in your mind song.
yes, pretty good music video, I will say. The weird like sort of like scrapbook animation style that they
Yeah.
have for it.
Yeah, I love
Um,
the sequence if it weren't for the lyrics.
oh yeah, no, it's a bad song. It's always been a bad song.
I had no idea it existed.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I was thrown for a loop here.
what? Well, it's not an
It
original
it is not
Ringo.
a
It's a
Ringo
cover.
original.
It's a
It's written by
cover.
the Sherman Brothers for another singer, and then Ringo covered it, and it became like a hit for him. And I looked all this up because I was just so in shock. It's like, what the fuck is this song? But
Yeah,
it's it's still insane. Like Ringo is like 36 here, 33, and
Carrie
singing about
Fisher's
it.
like
She's
20.
21,
Yeah,
and and I'm not sure if it's like if it's implied that she is supposed to be 16 in this role, or if it's just
I think
it's
it's just retrofitting a love song to the girlfriend character.
and
But
or it's just like maybe they met when she was 16, which is still creepy, and it's just like, but it's like it's just a bad song all
yeah,
around.
yes, it is. But pretty neat musical sequence otherwise.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
video.
yeah, I just want to circle back to some other things I wrote down because we do seem to be going sort of in a truncated, at least chronological, and I do want to the so after the George Harrison intro with the babies, we skipped over both of the intro. Well, we didn't skip over the Ognir intro, but the scene after that. But Ringo's intro is him doing they do a few, he does a few Beatles songs, but he also does a few songs off of the album Bad Boy, including this song I'm the Greatest, about how he's the greatest. which he sings very dejectedly in a car full of women fawning over him. I like the one that runs up to the side of the car just to lean in and light his cigarette and
Yes.
then leaves. Um, but then the segue from that into Ognir is more George Harrison narration. But Fortune did not smile on the other baby as he had Ringo. Ognir Rrats got sent off to America, which I guess he's supposed to be trying to do an American accent in this. It doesn't work. He just sounds like Ringo Starr.
Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't notice he was trying to do an accent. I think I even thought at one point it's just like it's weird how he's still British.
I only like I wasn't sure if there's a line from Art Carney later where after the swap where Ringo is just talking like Ringo, where Art Carney says, "Quit with the accent, you sound like Julie Andrews." So I guess the implication is supposed to be that Ognir doesn't have the accent that he has. And like it's wild, it's stupid.
I guess we
Uh
do mostly see Ringo being Ognir rather than Ognir,
yeah.
but still,
But then you also see a good deal of Ognir being Ringo, so you don't lose out on my baby boy Ognir Rats.
Ognir Red.
But he does. It is Ognir, not Ringo, who sings "Act Naturally" in a weird little montage, sort of fantasy sequence, video sequence of what if Ognir Rats was a movie star and his name is everywhere. It's on marquees and billboards and some Hollywood themed burger joint where you have in between the Sinatra burger, the Fonda burger, and the Nicholson burger, you have the Rats burger, which I would not want to order anything called a Rats burger.
Absolutely not.
But I like Act Naturally. It's a cute little song.
It's a good song.
It's it was one of my childhood favorites of probably my favorite Ringo song, I think. Uh
I've told you this before, but I know absolutely nothing about the Beatles solo careers.
no, it's not a solo song. It's a
Oh,
Beatles
is
song.
it? I
Yeah.
don't remember it then.
Yeah.
But I am currently listening to all Beatles songs after our last episode, and so I will get to eventually.
Yes, you will. It's a fun one. And it's
What
fun
album
in
is it on? Do
this.
you know?
I think it's on Help.
Okay, okay, I'll get to it
Well,
soon
yeah,
then.
because that was one of the pop-ups on the thing was it was added to Help because they didn't have enough original songs. So they're like, "Hey, Ringo, do a cover." Uh, and I'm pretty sure it's a cover. I don't think it's a Beatles original, but they added it to like pad out the runtime and to give Ringo a song on that album.
Yeah,
He might have another. I'm not sure, but
I think I'm currently on Hard Day's Night right now.
okay. So yeah, you'll get there soon.
Oh, I'll be there soon enough. But
Um,
another just a brief note. I don't know. I don't remember the order of these musical sequences, but I have a note about with a little help from my friends, and I just want to say that music sequence reminded me a lot of the weird dream sequences from Mazes and Monsters.
yeah, yeah, it gets very like it's not over the top surreal, but it's effective. Where he's backlit by this weird swirling sort of circle, and as he walks towards it, he like blacks out the shadow and like long
Yeah.
rays around his silhouette is very cool. And then there's a very stupid like intermission to that sequence where he walks through like a room full of cardboard
Yes.
standees of like the history of rock and roll, and you get little clips of like Roy Orbison and Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry and Buddy Holly and Jerry Lee Lewis and whatever. And then it goes back into with a little help from my friends as he. This is all while he's under hypnosis from Vincent Price to be told that yes, he is Ringo Starr, not Ognir Rats, and then but we'll get to that later. There's
Yeah,
still more.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Um, there was a good John Ritter bit where like he's the like record executive Marty Flesh, who's
I did
like
not catch that name.
yeah, yes, he's hounding Ringo about his schedule and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, like Ringo's like, oh, I'm hungry. It's like, well, you can eat from 3:15 to 3:20, and I'm tired. Well, you can sleep from 3:20 to 3:30, and all that. Like, oh, I'm having a mental breakdown. Oh, well, you can have a mental breakdown from this stretch, but it'll cut into your dinner time. And Ringo's like, I just need to be left alone. And then Ritter's like, okay, fine, I'll leave you alone. Okay, you've been by yourself now. Let's get to work. Like he walks off frame and walks back on frame in like 2 seconds. And he's very fun in this. It's a very fun, like, you know, sort of stereotypical record executive, like go 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 type manager role, but he's having a lot of fun with it.
Hmm.
It's good.
Uh, yeah, he's a really good bit in this movie. Like I loved seeing him every time he came up.
Yeah, yeah. Is not too much. He's not too overbearing, but he's just charming. Uh, I mean, a lot of this cast is like nobody here is especially bad, honestly. Like Carrie Fisher has nothing to do, but she's fun. Art
Mhm.
Carney is wild. Vincent Price just like shows up for a bit, and sure, he's there.
He's
Uh,
Vincent Price.
yeah, Angie Dickinson truly has nothing to do, but she's there. George Harrison is bad. I did say that earlier. I stand by
Yeah,
that.
but
He's
he's
very
just
bad.
there to be George Harrison. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he's just very sleepy. It's just very doing a favor for a friend here.
Yeah, like
Uh,
it's definitely trying to be like the little jokes that they have in like A Hard Day's Night, but it's just he just doesn't care enough to deliver them well enough. It's
yeah,
like one of the lines I did like though, and that opening thing was like he's like he says Ringo's being chased by police, and it's like being chased by police. Well, the fireman wouldn't chase you now, would he? Unless of course you were on fire.
yeah, that's good and delivered better than George does it. Um, there's so after they've done the swap, they've switched out because Ringo just like goes out onto the lot and is like, "Hey, you over there, come here, come. Do you want to see the inside of a recording studio?" And I love the delivery of, "Wow, so this is a recording studio." And then Ringo's like, "Hey, we could swap because we look exactly the same." And then they do interpretive dance Yellow Submarine to convince him to swap, and then they swap and Ringo goes out cruising, is cruising up and down the boulevard is what he really wants to do. So he gets the car and gets Carrie Fisher and does You're 16, and then Art Carney's like, "No, you're my son. Get out of this car. I'm locking you in your bedroom." And then he sees Ognir as Ringo on the Mike Douglas show where he's very scared and nervous and like won't let go of his hand and he's knocking stuff over and he has to do a drum performance and he just sort of hits the drums a bit and knocks over a cymbal and Ringo is like, he's ruining my reputation, I need to get out of here. A great little delivery here of, I'm gonna dive out the window. Oh, he just makes this noise as he goes to climb out the window, which is great. And there's already a ladder there, so he climbs down the window. And then Angie Dickinson is like, "Hey, are you Ognir Rrats?" And he's like, "Ooh, you're a pretty lady." "Why, yes, I am." And then she goes to put him in handcuffs because she's a cop. And he goes, "I'm not into this sort of thing as a rule, but I suppose I could be." So you do get some Ringo bondage in this movie if that's what you're into. A little bit of Ringo bondage play.
There's a line I really like that you
Ringo
skipped
Bondage
over.
Play, by the way, is the band you liked the name of so much last week.
Anyway, so there's a line you skipped over when Art Carney is like locking Ringo as Ognir in his room, and he's trying to convince him. It's like, no, I'm not Ognir. I'm Ringo Starr. And Art Carney at one point says, "You know where you come from, you little fool. You mean Liverpool?"
Yeah, because there's like little fool. No, you meant to say Liverpool. It's so stupid. This movie is so dumb.
It's so
I
dumb, but it's great.
I yes, it rules. It's great. Vincent Price as Dr. Nancy comes in, does his hypnosis. There's a whole extended bit of like, "Oh, hypnosis is easy. You just snap your fingers and flick your wrist and do this and that." And every time he does it, Ognir sort of like wakes up and falls asleep and wakes up and falls asleep, just sort of like off to the side. It's nothing, but it goes on for a while and they bring it back later. Um, at this point, Ringo as Ognir is being arrested, and he's getting his mugshot taken. And the two cops start arguing about whether or not his eyes are closed in one of the photos they are holding and looking at. And Ringo uses that as an opportunity to escape. The cops chase after him, but get distracted by continuing to argue about whether his eyes are open or closed in the photo that they are holding and looking at, which allows Ringo to get the drop on them. And find Carrie Fisher and get him a disguise from clothes in the trash so that he can go to the concert.
I
And it's
love
just a
I love the convenient trash can of clothes.
yes, literally just of clothing, nothing else in the trash can. They get him a big dress and a big hat, and he goes on right to the concert right as Ognir is going on, and Dr. Nancy and Marty Flesh have told him, "You are Ringo Starr. Go out on the stage and do what you do best." And Ognir keeps going, "Yes, I'm Ringo Starr. I'm Ringo Starr. I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm Ringo Starr." He goes out onto the stage and starts selling maps to the stars' houses because that's what he does. That's what he does best. Haha. And the audience starts booing him immediately. They're just like, they are not having it. It's very funny how quickly they're just like, no, fuck this. You're not Ringo. What are you doing? Boo.
We knew this was gonna happen.
It's great. I don't know where he got the sign back, by the way, because it
Yeah,
got run
it
over
just
by the van
appears.
earlier. He just has it. Plot holes, cinema sins, ding. How did Ognir get his sign back? Stupid. Um, and then Ringo goes out on stage after all is well. And then there's just 10 minutes of concert. And it's just more songs off Bad Boy that are stupid, not
I
good songs. You understand why the album did not sell.
I straight up just skipped over the concert part at the end. I did not care. Like I scrolled through the bar to make sure it was just all concert, nothing of nothing fun. And then I was like, okay, I'm done.
I watched through it to see if there was any good pop-ups, but it was just stuff of like, oh, this person that's playing on the stage also toured with Elton John or toured with Ringo for all these years or all this stuff. And it's just like specs about that. And then there's one last little thing that is in the better quality version that's not in the pop-up version. That's just like a final song of Ringo singing direct to audience on like a big light up star on like platform in a black void. I don't know what the song was. I wasn't paying attention really, but it ends with that and he walks off and that's
Mhm.
Ringo.
That's Ringo. That's the movie Ringo.
And
Um,
yet it's so much more. It's so much more than what we've said. It's not good. It's truly a seeing is believing type deal. I am so glad that when I was prepping movies we could do for Beatles month, because this one wasn't on our list.
it was
This
we
was this was not one either of us had on our radar. But I was just looking to see if there were any other notable Beatles TV movies, and I found this. The logline seemed interesting, and I, as excited as I've been for it all these weeks, I was not prepared for all that is Ringo.
everything that Ringo is, was, and shall be.
Yes. The
God,
president in 1978 was Jimmy Carter. He lived to 2024 and age 100.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
A note that I didn't get to mention earlier. Carrie Fisher's character's name is Markeen, and that's honestly a weirder name to me than Ognir, just because it's like Ognir, I can believe that as like, oh, that's just a name from a culture I know little about. But
Ognir is there for the sake of it being Ringo backwards.
of
What the
course,
fuck is Marquis?
Markeen, it's like it's trying to be like a French sounding name or something like that, but it's like it's not a name. It's
It's
I
not
th
even like Marquine. It's Markene. It's
Wait,
like,
what? I
yeah,
thought like on Letterboxd it said Marquine. So I thought that's how it was spelled.
I
But
everything maybe it is, but everything I saw was Markine or
I'll
Kene. Maybe you're
whatever.
right. Maybe I just
But
made that up.
but still, it's like it's just it's not a name I could find anywhere. So it's like, what is this name? Why is it her name? Who named her this?
Markine and Ognir. You love to see it. Um I sent you the outtakes video,
Yes.
which gets referenced a few different like it's referenced in the AV Club article, it's referenced on the IMDb trivia. Like it's a 7 minute outtakes of Ringo being very visibly frustrated and just like cursing up a storm and just like there's one where he like delivers a line early on and is putting on a clip-on tie and he just goes, fucking tie doesn't even fit.
Yes.
There's a point where when he's doing the maps to the stars on the sidewalk, some woman who lives in like the house where they're filming comes out and they're just like, oh, get that woman back into her house. It's like, hey, you want a map to your house? See where you live? And then just sort of under his breath goes, see where you live, see where you're gonna die. He's so clearly really annoyed the whole shoot. It makes it so much more fun. It's so much wilder to know that like Ringo Starr was probably miserable making this.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. Something else from the just some other the AV Club article is very good. Or it's not super interesting. It's just like a few paragraphs, but like a quote from that. It's appropriate that this misfire appeared during the same year as the Star Wars Holiday Special, whose cast also includes Fisher and Carney, and the ill-fated movie version of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It feels like the exact midway point between those two projects, especially during the horrific Yellow Submarine production number. At least Harrison, sporting a misguided perm and a skeevy mustache, manages to sneak in a Sly Ruddles reference during the opening scene. Uh, yeah, it's is rough. It's it's a great time though.
I
Great.
love this movie.
I I will be proselytizing this to the people. I need people. This is a movie that seems like the people don't know about this. We need to make this. We need to get this trending. We need to get this movie on people's minds, on people's radar.
We hopefully our this podcast will become mega famous right now, and then,
Yes,
or maybe we need to find our famous doppelgangers and like switch places with them. And it's like we use them to promote this podcast and then become famous.
exactly. We'll do it ourselves. Speaking of, by the way, I have a little game for you.
One more thing. My last
Well,
note.
never fucking mind then. Okay.
It's very quick.
No, I know. I'm
I just
fucking with
wanted to say this is basically Twin Peaks: The Return for Beatles fans. That's it.
you. Sure, I'll allow it. Uh,
Now game time.
yes, a game for you. So we have Ringo Starr, we have Ognir Rrats, we have all these characters. Um, so I went through and pulled several actors from movies we have covered previously, and
Okay.
I have uh,
Very
discovered I've discovered their doppelgangers as well. And I'm gonna tell you the doppelganger's name, and you need to tell me who it is. There's 25 of them.
great.
It'll be no, it'll be good.
It's
It'll be
it's
good.
I'm dying already. I'm so excited.
Okay. And I have not tested saying most of these out loud. So there's gonna be some stumbling blocks as I try and fail to pronounce these names. But okay. We start off with Nairb Yehined.
That's I knew you were gonna do Brian Dennehy first. That like of
Yes,
course.
that is Nairb Yehined Brian Dennehy. Next up, you have Divad Inovhukud,
David Duchovny.
David Duchovny of Red Shoe Diaries and Queer Duck the movie. Analegna Ilaj,
Analegna eyelash. Repeat it one more time, just so I can try and hear syllables.
Analegna Ilaj,
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. Which,
Yes.
by the way, these names aren't. His name isn't Star Ringo. Like it's not actually spelled backwards. It's fucked up. It's stupid. Anyway,
Yeah, it's just each word is backwards,
yes,
but
which
it's
is
still
all
in the
yes.
same order.
So it's not okay. Anyway, Yazdnil Nahol,
Yes. So it's Lindsay. What's that last name? Nahal?
Nahol.
I don't even know like what actor named Lindsay have we covered?
What actor indeed?
Am I stupid?
Perhaps. I'm not like pronouncing like I'm pronouncing them as they are written. I'm not just pronouncing them backwards. So maybe those vowel sounds aren't the same.
Try it again. Say it one more time.
Yazdnil Nahol.
Ugh. Oh, Lindsay Lohan, of
Lindsay
course.
Lohan of Liz and Dick. Okay, next up we have Unaic Severe.
Nick Severe. God, I just like say it again.
Unaic Severe.
That last name sounds like Rivers or something like that.
Not
I guess it
quite.
wouldn't be Rivers because it's like there would be that R sound there. Uh, Severe, or it's like Rives or something. Uh,
Close.
oh, Reeves, something Reeves.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, is it? It's not Christopher Reeves.
No,
We haven't done a movie with him.
we have not. Unaic.
Une,
Unaic Severe.
Une, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves
Wait, we've
of
done a Keanu.
Babes in
Oh
Toyland.
yes, that's right. God, I really do not remember Babes in Toyland.
Yeah. Next, I also, by the way, none of these are like obscure actors. These are all actors you
Yeah,
remember
of
and know.
course.
I'm not going to go for like whoever it was that played Dottie West or whoever played Dottie West's husband or whatever. These are all names you'll know. Next up is Nod Eldaek. That's the main reason I'm doing this game is I want to say these names out loud. Nod Eldaek.
It, it
Eldaek.
it's of course Don Cheadle.
It is Don Cheadle of the Rat Pack. Okay. Rehipotzerk Remulp.
Say it again.
Rehipotzerk Remulp.
Rip Potts.
Rehipotzerk Remulp.
Christopher Plummer from
Christopher
Prototype.
Plummer from Prototype. This one's fun. Lorak Enak.
Uh, Lorak Lenak.
Lorak Enak.
Carol. What? Enak? What? Uh, Carol Kane.
Carol Kane, When a Stranger Calls Back.
Yes.
Lorak Enak. Next up is Sire Strebor.
Sire
Or
Strebor.
Kyre Strebor. Probably Sire, though.
Sire Strebor.
Kyre Streber. Kyre Streber. We'll go with that.
Strebor. Um, God, say it one more time.
Kyre or Sire or Seer. Streber or Streber or Strebor.
God, you're just mixing me up. Stick with one pronunciation of the name.
Okay. Kyre Streber.
Um, God, I'm for some reason this one is not clicking for me.
That
Uh,
is Eric Roberts from Doctor
fuck.
Who, the movie.
Damn it.
Next up is Nitram Uadnal.
That's I know it's Martin because of the movie Nitram, and
Yes,
then what's the last name?
Uadnal.
Landau, Martin
Martin
Landau.
Landau from Welcome Home, Johnny Bristol. Alegna Urubsnal.
Who rubs Nell?
Alegna Urubsnal.
I'm rubbing Nell.
No, no, you're not. Alegna Urubsnal.
Alegna. Okay. Oh, so that's Angelina again.
No, it's not.
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury from Mrs. Eris Goes to Paris.
I remember those sounds for Angela Jolie, but it's like it's not the same sounds. It's different sounds.
Selrak Gninrud.
Say it again.
Selrak Gninrud.
Charles Durning?
Charles Durning of multiple movies.
I'm proud that I got that so quickly.
Nosnorb Tohuknip.
Bronson Pinchot.
Bronson
Pinchot.
Pinchot. Uh, Mr. Toomey himself. Drada Samaj Somlo.
Okay, somebody with three names. Say it again.
Drada Samaj Somlo.
Edward James Olmos?
Edward James Olmos from 12 Angry Men. Word Aromirab.
Word Romeo at. Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, also from Babes in Toyland. Iaf Yawanud.
One more time.
Iaf Yawanud.
Yeah, we nerd. Ooh, that's a yeah, we nerd. Yeah, now we nerd.
Iaf Yanawanud. Or
Yeah, you know
Yawan
it. You know it.
Yawanud.
Yeah, we nerd. Okay.
Yawanud.
Ooh, this is a toughie. One more time.
Iaf Yawanud.
That EF is fucking me up. Like what? How? It feels like it's all vowels except for the F. It's just like, how is this a name?
Sometimes vowels.
Well, yeah, there's Y in there. It's
So how are you imagining that being spelled?
I when I'm hearing it, it's like EEYEEF or
Yeah.
EEYAF.
So what would that be backwards?
Faye.
Yeah.
Is that a name?
Well, it's close. You're a letter off, or you're
Oh,
a
is
letter
it
extra.
Phil Hartman?
No.
No,
What?
no, not at all. I,
What?
I don't know how I got there.
Okay.
I was just thinking
That
of F sounds.
that moment was enough proof of concept of this game being worthy, and it's not just okay.
Okay,
Okay.
just tell me.
It's Faye Dunaway, also from Gina.
Faye Dunaway, of course. I'm sorry, Faye Dunaway.
You said Faye, and I said yeah, and you said what? Okay, we got like nine more.
Oh, thank
Uh,
God.
Denamdi Nirbo.
My uh, my thought went to Robert De Niro, even though I know that's not right. I don't even
Denamde, Denamde or Denamdi Nirbo.
Denamdi. My first thought is Diamond, but that's not a person's name.
It's
Uh,
also yeah. Denamdi Nirbo.
Nearbo.
Yeah,
Oh, so Conan O'Brien?
not Conan O'Brien.
Something O'Brien?
Yes, Denamdi Denamde.
Who who else is named O'Brien? It's Edmund O'Brien?
Edmund O'Brien from The Hanged Man.
I forgot that he was in a movie.
I mostly just put that in there because I wanted to do Nirbo.
Well, you could have done Conan O'Brien from Queer Duck.
I forgot he was in that. Uh,
Well, how
uh,
dare you?
okay, now we're getting into. I mean, not we're getting into. These have all been fun, but Cirque Nosrefet Cirque.
Cirque Nefretzik Cirque.
Cirque Nosrefet Cirque.
Um, Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christoph. I like that one so much that if I ever join a D&D campaign, I'm going to name my character Cirque Nosrefet Cirque and just see if anyone picks up on it.
Can you
'Cause
send me the
I
spelling
will
of that?
absolutely send you these when we're done here. I'll send you the full list just so you can observe.
I definitely want to see just like how these names look.
Yeah. Next up is Cyrodiurf Xeroth.
Ceradur Seraph. Um,
Xeroth. Or Kiridurf Tesseroth.
Tesseraph. Okay.
Seroth.
Oh, Frederick Forrest.
Frederick Forrest from Ruby and
Yes.
Oswald.
Mm.
Eloha Retina.
Eloha Retina.
Eloha Retina.
I know there's like so many letters I'm not hearing.
Oh, yeah. Eloha Retina.
Oh my God, what the fuck is this? Eloha Retina. Uh,
Aloha, retina.
which name do you think is easier to decipher out of those two?
The last name, probably.
Retina. So
Retina.
retina. Oh, so it must start with like or have an H near the end there or something that's like
That's plausible.
it's well ret um
Sorry, I'm just giggling looking at some of the later ones that I'm very excited about.
I'm thinking like Hatter or something like that. It's close to
Mm,
that.
kinda. Aloha, retina.
Retina.
How are you envisioning that? How are you envisioning
I, I'm
retina?
I'm Rett either AH or HA.
Retina.
Oh, there's an N in there.
Yes, there's an N.
Uh, so it's Hanter?
If a vowel off, but
God, I'm. Oh,
retina.
is this Phil Hartman?
It's not.
Damn it!
Aloha,
I
retinue.
I,
How
I
about
keep wanting it to be
retinue?
Phil Hartman.
Retinue.
I'm 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 throwing a towel on this one. I don't think I can get this.
It's Holly Hunter
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah.
from Texas cheerleader, etc.
The wait, what? I was gonna say the full title, but I immediately forgot it.
Positively true
True
adventures of
Adventures
the
of the
alleged
Alleged Texas
Texas cheerleader murdering
Murdering Mom.
mom. We were in sync for a word or two there.
It's because there's a little bit of lag. We would have been in
Yes.
sync if we were in person.
Okay, we have five more. I believe in you. Enochna Snickrap.
Enochna, sick rap,
Snickrap.
snick rat,
Enochna Snickrap.
snick rap. Okay,
Snickrap.
I need to like, I need to do like the spelling bee thing where it's like I write out the letters so I can like see them. It's like
Yeah.
with my finger.
Enochna
Snick
Snickrap.
rap, rap. So it's oh Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Perkins from Evening Primrose.
Boom.
Enomus Navar.
Enomus Navar.
Enomus Navar.
Is that two words or one?
It's one with a reason with a
It's not like Anne Margaret. I don't think she's been in a movie.
no, but it is a hyphenate. You're right about that.
Okay.
Enomus Navar.
Like and it's like that's what I first went to. It's just like a hyphen name, but it's like
Yes.
I can't think of anybody with a hyphen we've done. Say the name again.
Enomus Navar.
Nomis Navar. Oh, Raven Simone.
Raven Simone from Cheetah Girls 2.
That's a hyphen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
She's Raven Simone, hyphenate. Ueb Segdrib. I don't think your laughter is being picked up on the mic, and I don't want it to sound like you're just I just want to acknowledge that you are laughing at that, correct?
I I'm laughing so hard. I wish the mic would pick it up more often. I it always happens like on Discord or on Zoom. It's like I'm laughing so hard.
I just don't want the people to think that you're just ghosting me for saying Ueb Segdrib.
It's so good.
Ueb Segdrib.
Uweb. Okay. Uh,
Ueb Segdrib. Sorry, Segderb. I wrote it wrong.
Sector.
Segderb.
Okay.
Ueb Segderb.
Okay. I need to stop saying that.
What? Saying what? Ueb Segderb?
I hear. Oh
This
my
is an this is
God.
an actor we've done twice.
Okay. Segderb. Um.
And sorry, and what was that first name again?
Stop. Stop.
Was
Uh,
it Ueb?
Uh,
Oh, that
uh,
rules.
I can't even think. I'm crying laughing.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
Okay. Can we be serious now? Can we be serious about Websegderb?
I can't think about it. Sector. Okay. Um, Sector. Um, okay. Wait. Sector is a weird one. It's like
They're all
because
weird ones.
I
That's the
I
point
kn-
of the game,
I
Eliza.
know, but it's like because it's like BRED, and then it's like, oh, it's Jeff Bridges.
It's not Jeff Bridges
Oh, it's
because
Bo Bridges, of course.
Bo Bridges is Websegderb.
God, thank you, Bo
Okay.
Bridges.
Thank you.
You
Okay,
deserve those Emmys.
we have two more, and these are maybe my favorite ones. This one is stupid. This one's not actually a challenge. I just really want to do it. It's HCC Red Noop.
CCH Pounder.
CCH founder is HCC Red Noop. And your last one. Yihitak Obab Satab.
What the fuck?
Yihitak Obab Satab.
Oh, oh, it's Kathy Boba
It's
Bates.
Kathy Boba Bates, baby.
Oh, perfect one to end
Oh,
on.
yes. It could only ever be Yihitak Obab Satab.
Uh,
Okay, let me now send you this list so you can read them out and in see them in a new light now
where are
that
you
you
sending them?
just on Twitter.
Okay. Ja, nerb jana divad invoked analegna eoloj yazdanel nahol unayak severe nad eldek repot
Yeah,
repot
I really fucked myself putting that one so early in the list, huh?
Lorak Enak. Lorak Enak is great.
Lorak Enak sounds like a name out of Dune. I mean, a lot of these sound like names out of Dune, but Lorak Enak especially sounds like a name out of Dune.
Sire Strebor, Nitram Uadno, oh, Alegno Ribsnow, Selrak Ninrad,
Gninrod.
uh, knows, well, the GN is typically like the G is silent.
Well, yes, but I
So,
didn't want to put silent. I didn't want to throw silent letters at you, Eliza. I'm
I
not
mean,
that
you,
mean.
you kind of did.
I tried to enunciate the rhotic G's and Y's and H's when I could.
Selrak Ninrad, Nos Norb, Toknip,
I like
Dradas,
Nosnorb Talknip a lot.
Nos Norb. Yeah, it's good. Drada Semaj Somlo, Word and Rumarab. I
Fuck
like
yeah.
Word and Rumarab.
Word of Rumarab.
Let's see. EF Yawanud, Denumda Nairobo.
Near
Yep.
oh.
Cirque,
Cirque Nuz
Cirque
Refit
Nels,
Cirque. I
Nels
I
Riffet Cirque.
I'm going to use that in something. Cirque Nuz Refit Cirque.
That's good.
Mark my
Uh,
words.
Seredov Serov, Seredov Serov. Yola Retina, Yola Retina. Yona Snickrep. Yona Snickrep. Perfect. Uh Enormous Navar. Weab Sector.
Uib,
Weab
uib, uib,
Weab
uib,
Sector.
uib Segderb. Uib.
HCC Red Noop. And Yatek Obab Satab. Yatek Obab Satab sounds like
Ivan et Niaj.
no, I was gonna say the thing from uh it's the thing that's said in that one sci-fi movie that's also said
Oh, Evil
in
Dead. Yeah, Klaatu Verata Nikto
yeah, Klaatu Verata Nikto. Yeah.
from Army of Darkness and Day the Earth Stood Still. Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely, it's that.
I was trying to think of like which old sci-fi movie it was, and I could not remember which one.
Yeah. No, that was
Uh
fun. I may bring this back as a periodic game just to throw at you. With a shorter list of names, but it was fun enough to come up with, and it seemed fun enough to play on your end. I hope that
It
like
I hope my incessant laughter at fucking Web Segder like
Web
is
Segder.
is
It's
was evidence enough that I had a great time.
yes, okay. We're bringing this back. We're making this a thing
And Phil Hartman
eventually.
better be on the next list.
Who's to say?
Anyway, any final notes for uh this movie, Ringo?
I really don't have too much else to say. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
looking through.
I said a lot of what I had to say. Uh, Great movie. Great time at the movies. Go watch it. Watch the pop-up version for the pop-ups. Watch the other version for the better quality video and audio. Um, have a good time with it. It's Ringo. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.